I'm gonna be completely honest with you. There are countless ways to make money out there, but a lot of them are frankly a complete nightmare. You have to deal with employees, endless problems, people issues, emotions, mood swings, drama, all of it. And before you think I'm just talking from theory, understand this is coming from someone who employs hundreds of people across different businesses. I deal with this reality every single day. So this video is really for a version of myself on the other side of the screen. The version that says, you know what, I just want a good life. I want the laziest business possible. I want to operate alone. I don't want managed teams. I don't want employee drama. I don't want to deal with people waking up on the wrong side of the bed every morning. And honestly, the more I talk about it, the better it sounds. I'm actually pretty jealous of you watching this video right now. So let's get into it. Today, I'm going to walk you through the laziest one-person business model that can realistically make you over $100 a day. And we're not guessing. We're going to do this by comparing multiple business models and seeing whether they actually meet this goal. Now, let me be very clear. Are you going to make millions of dollars a year doing this? Realistically, probably not. But for most people, $100 a day or even a few $100s a day is life-changing. That covers bills. That removes pressure. That gives you breathing room. And once you have that foundation, you can always evolve the model. You can hire people later. You can make it more complex if you want. But for now, let's focus on today's objective, making $100 a day online. The first thing we need to do is completely remove this idea that laziness is bad, because it's not. Bill Gates once said, I will always choose a lazy person to do a difficult job because a lazy person will find the easiest way to do it. A lazy person builds systems. A lazy person finds efficiency. A lazy person doesn't waste 8 hours on something that can be done in 2. And wasting time like that isn't admirable. What we actually want is the result, achieved with the lowest possible effort. So isn't it ironic that one of the most successful entrepreneurs in history openly praises laziness, yet society treats it like a flaw? And what if I told you he's completely right? What if laziness is actually an advantage? From the moment we're born, we're conditioned to believe that suffering equals success. Work harder, struggle more, then you deserve more, right? Wrong. That's social conditioning. The world doesn't reward hard work, it rewards outcomes. Results are the only thing that matter. There's even a name for this mindset. It's called effort moralization, the belief that working harder makes you more virtuous, even when the results are the same or worse. That's why people brag about being busy instead of being effective. That's why hustle culture dominates social media, and that's why almost no one asks the most important question of all. How can I work less and earn more? That's exactly what we're testing in this video. We're not looking for excitement. We're not looking for glamour. We're not looking for status. We're looking for the business model that makes the most money with the least effort, the least stress, the least complexity, and most importantly for beginners, the least risk. So today, we're going to analyze 5 one-person business models you've seen all over YouTube. And we're going to rate them across 5 categories that actually matter. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which model delivers the highest income with the lowest input. And more importantly, you'll understand why the people winning in this new economy aren't the ones grinding the hardest, they're the ones working the smartest. So grab a pen and paper. Let's start. The first category is capital investment. In my opinion, this is the most important one, and honestly, it drives me insane when I see beginners being encouraged to start businesses that can destroy them financially. Think of a business like a car. Success is the destination. If you keep driving, you'll eventually get there as long as you don't run out of fuel. But if you choose a business that burns cash like a sports car burns petrol, it doesn't matter how good your map is. If you run out of fuel halfway, you're done. Most entrepreneurs don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they run out of money. So we want a business that requires as little capital as possible, so you don't become part of that statistic. Next is complexity. This is about the learning curve and how difficult the business becomes as it scales. We're not looking for something that takes years to master. We're not looking for businesses that require dozens of systems, advanced technical skills, and massive friction just to get started. Take software companies, for example. They sound glamorous, but I can tell you firsthand, I started my first software company 5 years ago. It's one of the most complex business models on the planet. You need product development knowledge, coding, UX design, servers, APIs, databases. Then you need funding. And that usually means pitching investors who have already said no to 99 startups that week. And even if you raise money, now you need a team. Engineers, designers, salespeople, all with dependencies, communication systems, and problems. Lazy business models aren't mindless. They're designed to minimize friction. Next is time to profit. If you're watching this video, you're probably not looking to wait 5 or 7 years to see results. Let me be clear. There's no such thing as get rich quick, but there is such a thing as get rich quicker. Compare a model that takes 7 years to pay off versus one that can realistically generate income in 5 to 7 months. Sure, the laziest way to make money is investing in the S&P 500, but you need capital and returns take time. If you invest $2,000 and the market goes up 20%, congratulations, you made $400. That's not life-changing. The laziest business models pay early, and that first dollar isn't even about money. It's proof. Proof that it works, proof that you can do it, proof that you should keep going. Fast feedback keeps motivation high. Fourth is ongoing management. This is the true test of laziness. If your business requires constant attention, you may as well have a job. If you're replying to customers all day, fixing problems, managing people, and putting out fires, you don't own the business owns you. We want a model that keeps paying even when you're not actively working every day. And finally, income consistency. If you make $10,000 one month and zero the next, that's not freedom, that's stress. You can't plan, you can't scale, you can't relax. A lazy business is predictably profitable. Business model number 1, Forex trading. I wouldn't even call this a real business, but if you've searched for ways to make money online, you've definitely seen it. Traders bet on market movements. Buy if you think price will rise, sell if you think it will fall. If you're right, you make money. If you're wrong, you lose money. Sounds simple, but let's break it down. Capital investment looks low. You can start with a few $100s. But that's a trap. Small accounts disappear fast. If you want to make $100 a day trading, you need serious capital. Otherwise, you're gambling. Thousands and thousands of dollars are needed to survive volatility. One bad trade can wipe you out. Now, complexity. Trading looks easy from the outside. Charts go up, charts go down. Behind the scenes, it's chaos. Technical indicators, economic data, candlestick patterns, risk management, split-second decisions. And you're competing against institutions and algorithms with faster tech and better data. Here's the reality. 72% of traders lose money each year. Only 3% make more than $50,000 annually. Time to profit? Most traders spend months, even years, just learning how to not lose money, not to make money. Ongoing management? If you're successful, you live and breathe the markets. Income consistency? Almost non-existent. Huge wins followed by brutal losses. Trading fails across every category. Business model number 2, dropshipping. Dropshipping made online business feel accessible. You don't hold inventory, you don't ship products, you're just the middleman. Sounds amazing. But here's what beginners miss. You still need marketing, paid ads, and you pay before you know if anything works. Testing products costs money, a lot of money. I've seen beginners burn through their entire savings before finding a winning product. Capital investment is high. Complexity increases fast. Ads, suppliers, refunds, account bans. Competition is brutal. Time to profit? Those huge revenue screenshots you see online aren't profit. After ads, suppliers, shipping, margins shrink fast. I've run physical product brands. I invest in them. Trust me, many stores make millions in revenue and still lose money. Ongoing management, customer complaints, supplier problems, policy changes, refunds. It becomes chaos. Income consistency? Trending products rise fast, then die fast. Dropshipping keeps you in survival mode. Business model number 3. Real estate. Real estate is solid, but it's not lazy. It's capital heavy. Down payments, loans, closing costs, maintenance, taxes. Complexity is high. Time to profit is slow. Cash flow often goes straight back into expenses. I've invested 8 figures into real estate. I use managers, no debt, personally vetted tenants, and it's still a headache. Real estate is investing, not income generation. They're different games. Business model number 4. YouTube automation. Faceless YouTube channels look passive. They're not. You need scripts, editors, thumbnails, research, and months, often years, before meaningful income. Capital investment is high. Complexity is high. Time to profit is slow. Ongoing management is constant. Successful automation channels are media companies. They're not lazy. They're organized. The clear winner. AI shadow operating. None of these models are truly lazy. Until now. AI shadow operating is undoubtedly the laziest, most beginner-friendly business model right now. And in my opinion, it's the king for all lazy but lucrative businesses. Here's why. Millions of micro-creators have audiences, but no products. They create content, they build trust, but they don't monetize properly. You step in as the shadow operator. You help them launch digital products. They create content, you handle everything else. You take 20 to 30% of sales for life. No ads, no inventory, no selling. AI tools now do 90% of the work. Low capital, low complexity, moderate time to profit, minimal management, stable income. This is the laziest one-person business model available today. And if you're looking to start an online business, I genuinely don't think you should be looking anywhere else. As always, be skeptical, do your own research, think critically. But if it makes sense to you, I see massive opportunity here. I hope this helped, and wherever you are right now, I'm rooting for you.